Okay, ready? Starting the stream now. And hopefully we're live. Testing. Hi, guys. Hi. Just waving until people come in. Wave to the camera.
Okay.
Yeah. I see everyone. Okay, so I will swap between you two. Let me just, as people roll in, I will go live on Instagram. Just
You're giving Jack a lot of real estate here, and his room is a mess.
Yeah. I really can't do anything about it.
All right, so let me just do a quick live video. Hi, Marley. Marley, you're in charge of the comments. Okay. Switch the camera around. I think I'm live now. Yeah?
Yeah, you're live.
Nice. Okay. Hi, everyone. We got Ultra Radical Toy Works. We got Marley D. We got 2TNT. Hi, everyone. We're Toy Pizza. We are live on both YouTube and Instagram. If you're on Instagram, we're just letting everyone know that we are live now on YouTube. Click the link in the bio, and you'll watch us here. So if you are new to the channel, my name is Nicky.
I'm Jack. I'm not Jack?
Yeah?
I'm Jack.
Oh, I'm Jesse. And hi, Sienna. My niece is here. Hi, Sienna.
Hi. Hi, everyone. And again, so if you're watching us on Instagram, definitely check out the link in the description. There's a live stream link to YouTube where we're streaming now, and you can ask us anything. If you haven't watched it already on the channel, we just posted a new video all about SOFUBI on our second trip to Japan. And we actually have a solid block to start things off, I must say. And I'm going to start share screen here. We have a little bit of a thing going on between me and Jesse, and every live stream we like to do Dragon Ball versus Kinnikuman. So we posted this earlier on. Here we go. Do you see this? Yeah. Hopefully you guys see this. Right here. Kinnikuman. We have Terrymon versus Krillin. And I'm not going to show the results on Instagram yet, but we will wait till the end of the stream. But let us know in the comments, which would you prefer? Terrymon from Kinnikuman or Krillin from Dragon Ball Z?
Can I just say something that there has been a massive conspiracy to suppress the Kinnikuman vote. I think that probably millions of illegal people voted in our poll, and that's why Dragon Ball has been falsely in the lead for the past two polls. And obviously, Kinnikuman is a far superior property with much better characters. And, I want an independent investigation into this. That's what I demand.
Jack, you are actually the head of our troll farm.
All right.
Oh, troll! You admit it. You admit it.
No. He grows his own trolls.
Oh, okay. Like rust trolls?
Yeah.
With a hair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Interesting.
All right. I am going to sign off on Instagram again. If you guys are just tuning in, go press the link in the bio, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye, guys.
Yes, and if you're watching on my Instagram, log on to YouTube, go to Toy Pizza, go to Livestream on YouTube. It'll be much better because then you can see the other guys I'm talking with. It won't seem so
vertical.
So vertical, yeah, exactly.
So if you are just joining us now, we posted a bunch of links in the bio. We have just aired episode number 2 of our 5 Japan videos, and this is our second live stream. But this whole project was possible thanks to those Japan stores that we've curated just for you. Check it out, Japan store. Check out our Japan videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we have a new drop. Justin, you want to talk about that?
Yes, we do. Tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. Is it Standard or Daylight Time now? Eastern Time. Let's say 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to be launching the brand new Night of the Slice, known as Dive Bomb. Hold them up here. Hold them up here. Glorious. And this marks the sort of debut of this real cloth jumpsuit that we've been working on for a very long time. It is near impossible to get scale clothing to this size that looks good and fits well, and I think it adds a nice little dimension. So these guys will be up for sale. There is very limited quantity. I think we're going to sell out probably, I would say instantly. Jack, would you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, based off of like what we have and how great they are, I think I will probably sell out really quickly.
There you go. There you have it. There's going to be a lot of, we're bundling a lot of stuff too. So if you missed out on figures like our Hob vinyl frog or the synthetic human 1,000 toy figure crossover, you'll have a chance to pick up all of those and save a little bit of cash in our super cinchy combo bundles.
Speaking of looking at some of the comments, Samuel Lopez says finally the knights won't be so naked. But honestly, I think they will be naked. Because we got... you don't have to show it, I guess. I'll just do a little teaser.
They can be naked if you want to be naked. They're property as far as I'm concerned once they leave the fulfillment house.
Marley has a great question. Who wins in a fight? This new guy, Dive Bomb, or Gamma Guy?
I would... So Dive Bomb is sort of a hardened veteran. You know, he served in the Marine Corps. This guy is as tough as they get, and he's brought into the Pizza Shunt organization to train the Knights to become more of a paramilitary force because there is a looming threat that's going to debut later this year. So Dive Bomb is really probably one of the most skilled and dangerous of the Knights of the Slice. However, I would give the edge to Gamma Guy because he is more radioactive. You know, Gamma Guy can sort of channel his own superpower to go nuclear. And I think that while Dive Bomb certainly has more training and martial arts expertise, I think Gamma Guy could just go nuclear and end the fight pretty quickly. And that was a great question.
All right, so for those of you joining us, if you haven't checked it out yet, we just aired our second episode in the second series of Japan videos where we showed a lot of the SOFUBI that Jesse and I got this trip. And actually, we posted 2 polls. Did a poll on YouTube, and we also did one on Facebook, kind of asking you guys which was your favorite SOFUBI and featured in the episode. So I was going to share that with you now.
Yeah. Who won that? I'm curious.
So it's actually...
Dragon Ball won yet again?
Dragon Ball beat Kinnikuman in the SOFUBI poll, which is crazy. We got this one on Facebook first, which, as you can see, the Facebook users just absolutely loved Aliman by Realhead. Next up, 6 votes was Kiyatsu-kun, was the Punk Drunkers Gokudo collab. We had then the Skull Toys Punk Drunkers collab. Morris, Asheroy Dune, Putin 1 vote. Jesse suggested humanoid reptiles have invaded all levels of government and can shapeshift. Please DM me for more info. Can't go into detail here.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah, and then Ultraman Uamu and Uamu Skeleton. But then we also had, let's see if I can do this. And on the YouTube side, we had a different whole different set of results. We had Morris with 83 votes. There was more people who voted on YouTube, and Morris took the #1 spot, just slightly over Aliman, 18% over 70%. But I think it's safe to say that I'm sorry, Astro Boy won 40%.
Oh, well, that's disappointing. Morris is much better, much stronger contender.
Astro Boy, Dune. There you go. So I actually wanted to give our live stream viewers right now a little extra. Is there any SOFUBI that didn't make the episode that you guys wanted to share today?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, yeah.
What about Dahara? I guess Dahara's a little more underground, I suppose.
Do you have any with you?
Not easily accessible. I'd have to run to the 7th floor.
Well, then I want to have to throw it to Jack. Jack, what is some of your favorite SOFUBI that none of them were in the episode?
Well, my favorite one is this squatting dog SOFUBI.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually kickstarted, and it's actually my very first Japanese SOFUBI. But yeah,
But since it's been kickstarted, they've made several of the Shibu Inu, and then they even went a step further and did the bat-eared one.
yeah, they did a French bulldog, and I think right now they have a poodle version out also.
Jack, are those Christmas lights stapled to your wall from a Stranger Things premiere party, or is that just to add ambiance?
Add ambiance.
Okay, it's working.
Thank you.
It really softens up the room.
We got a comment from Justin Scottam, and he says that Dracula Laser SOFUBI, but I hear he's kind of a dick.
Never met him. I'd have to take your word for it. Also, Nikki, have you been sleeping in your spare room? Is that a pillow on your couch?
Yes, it is.
Things are not going well at home?
No, actually, we had some guests over, so.
Don't lie to the audience.
I know. Okay.
You're pretty far from okay.
Pretty far. So I wanted to share this guy that didn't make it, but this is a rather recent pickup of mine, and I'm not sure if the stream is going. Hopefully it is. Oh no, we have bad service. We are having some technical difficulties. Hopefully we don't get disconnected. Can you see me? Okay. Yeah? No? Yes?
Yes.
Medicom.
Okay. Oh, awesome. So you guys do see it. Yeah, it's a Medicom Development. And what I love about this so much is because underneath the mask, it's chrome. And he's got like a chrome head, even though he looks like a baby doll.
That's a very nice colorway. I wanted to show you guys something. I may.
No. What is this?
I'm rebuilding it slowly.
Ooh.
But what is it? Tell us more about it.
This is a Lego castle that I found at a flea market. And it is, so far, it appears to be complete, which is insane. Absolutely insane.
Very good.
How long has this been taking you?
This is just a progress from today. It was it was $80, and it was a mess. It was covered in dust, but it came with a box, which I have right here. And this is definitely one of the castles I've never had a Lego castle, so any of them would be equally fascinating. But this one in particular is like so amazing.
Oh my god.
And so I took a flyer on it at $80. There was such a layer of dust I couldn't even tell what was in there. So I washed everything, it dried overnight, and then I've slowly been piecing it together. Thankfully, the instruction manual is there too. But I would say it is 100 times harder to put together a Lego set that's partially built and has been smashed as opposed to just starting from scratch, right? Because there's certain parts of it that are already built up, and I'm looking for pieces, and I don't understand until much later on that that's part of one of the already built segments.
Yeah, we have a lot of fans in the comments going off about how much they love Lego. Marley says, I wish Lego would do more original sets, as so much existing IP these days. And classic Lego, that set rules. And yes, Lego Nights. We had a question from Lennon Suarez above and said, can you guys talk about prices? I guess that's referring to SOFUBI.
Is it? Could be just in general.
Let's talk about prices. What's your favorite price, would you say? Just throw a number at me.
Like $9.99?
$9.99 is great, but I'm partial to $8.99. Jack?
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
I'm a solid like $10 kind of guy.
That doesn't make any sense.
Dude,
Too much change. I don't carry change.
I knew something was wrong with you. Oh no, but SOFUBI prices vary. Obviously, you're gonna want to do your best at getting things at retail. I think we touched on this last live stream, and that we don't like to support the reseller market. And Ultra Radical Works, 99 cents. Oh, Lennon did clarify it was about SOFUBI prices. It wasn't just regular prices.
I think for me, I typically won't spend more than $100 on a SOFUBI, right? Like I think that's my theoretical glass ceiling to the collectibles. I have spent more, like the Putin, I think was a little bit more than that, and that was worth it to me. But I think like my sweet spot is like Maury's stuff is what, 75, $80? Is
Sometimes
that
as low as 60.
yeah, like I think being in the 60 to $100 range, assuming it's a it's a sizable Safubi, I think that's kind of the sweet spot. I do appreciate when there's stuff that is more economical, like a lot of the like the Onel rigs and giant Kraboth and things like that. Those are super cheap Sofubi. Well, they're not, technically, okay, you can make the argument it's not Sofubi because it's not made in Japan, but uh, as a vinyl figure. Um, but yeah, I think I like a little value perception with my purchases. So I want to feel like it's something precious and limited, and that would, if I do have to part with it, I could do so, at a profit.
Totally agree. I was just thinking because we're talking about Sofubi and vinyl. If it's not necessarily made in Japan, if you were to make your own vinyl piece, how much would you charge?
Me?
Yeah.
I would never make a vinyl piece in Japan.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't think there are a handful of really great Sofubi manufacturers in Japan. I don't think the weight and the delays that are associated with manufacturing in Japan is worth it to me. I'm completely agnostic about where my product is made. I think because I spent so much time in China on the production line and being so deadline focused that waiting a year or more to get product you've paid for from a maker, it just doesn't appeal to me at all. And I also think the Toy Pizza and the Night of the Slice consumer base, I don't think we're dealing with the most uh, erudite or snobby vinyl collectors, right? I think that the majority of our fans really just love toys for toys. They're not so much about the prestige or if it's made in Japan versus China. It's much more of my type of crowd. I'm much more into like, I went and bought a Ben 10 Playmates toy yesterday just because I like the look of it and I was curious if it would, be fun out of the package. And that's really what sort of moves me to make a purchase, not like, was this made by this specific maker in Japan and are there only 5 in existence? And did I have to, sacrifice a goat to be entered into a email lottery for the chance to buy a ticket or another lottery to buy the figure?
Perfect. One thing that someone was mentioning in the comments, Marley asked, like, what's a good entry point to Sofubi? And then someone else suggested, Mitch suggested Medicom, but it just made me think of everything that you were saying. The Medicom Vinyl Artist Gasha series are like affordable Sofubi. They're freaking amazing. They're all these a variety of different artists, and you can't get any better than a price point of 500 yen, which is about $5. So there's a few shops that carry them in the U.S. as blind boxes, and I think that's like really, really a good start.
Although, I think that there are a lot of companies, a lot of larger companies that are based in Japan that actually manufacture quite a bit of goods in China. Not naming names.
I'm not sure about that.
I have no further comment.
No, but I would also like to say that Benny Falk, Guns Productions, he makes great quality pieces, and he's based out of Hong Kong, I believe.
Yeah. Benny's a great example of you just need awesome. You need an awesome sculpt, you need an awesome artist, and you need a competent production line, and you can make great product. It doesn't necessarily have to be Japan.
The key part of that is awesome artists, and I think that's where he dropped the ball.
He got it right with Kit Lau, right?
Yeah, he got it right with Acid Rain, but I'm not sure about Oh yeah, Samuel Lopez says My Plastic Heart has them. We love My Plastic Heart.
Yes.
So moving things along, one of our favorite things about Japanese culture and collectibles are the things that you get with food items or candy. What did you say?
Pretty.
Yes. So live, we're gonna eat one of these bad boys for you.
Oh.
Jesse's gonna eat it too, right?
Yeah, I got one.
All right, we got both Jesse and I got ours. Jack, do you
I
have
need
yours?
one. All right.
Josh, Jack just happens to have one staying by. Movie Master Marco asked a great question. Are you guys getting the Mafex, Kingsman, and John Wick figures?
John Wick, yes.
So I've avoided Mafex for a while because I bought one a while back and I was disappointed with it. And then one of our great eBay sellers, Plaza Japan, had the Bane figure and the 2001 astronaut figure. So I bought both of those. The Bane is horribly disappointing. I was showing Jack the other day when he was here. One arm is longer than the other. His hands are tiny.
Yeah.
It is so bad. That being said, I think I would still get John Wick. I may even get the Kingsman just because it's kind of cool to have guys in suits. But I also think I'll get the Mezco John Wick because I like, obviously, cloth goods.
Sam Lopez, you do make a good point. Uamu is very easy to order from. If you are here in the States, I definitely would agree. Get stuff directly from her. Get yourself some Bakuriman, and I feel the same way. Mafex is great. I had a Spider-Man toy. I had two. I gave one to Marley. But John Wick, I want to like Mafex. You know what it is? That's what it is. Like, I want to, but quality, man. All right. Jack, where's your Bakuriman?
Right here. It's Kinnikuman.
Oh, I'll trade you.
All right. I got
Oh shoot!
Oh, we got Warsman?
Yeah.
Warsman's the best.
Damn, that's really good. I think actually Warsman could win a poll for Kinnikuman. We should do Warsman next time.
Warsman versus like Chao Su.
Yeah, just pick the worst Dragon Ball character, please. All right, I'll show you guys what I got. A very special Bakuriman seal, actually.
Ooh.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
I got the Lauren Emery.
Ooh.
Oh, that's great. She loves those Titans.
Yep. It's crazy that they made a Lauren Emery cosplay Bakuriman seal.
Yeah, I got the best one right here. I'm not gonna say spoilers, but yeah, this guy's great in the series. Right here.
Well, we can't.
Yeah, me and Jesse are slightly
We
delayed.
have a delay.
All right. Good.
But it sounds great. Is it Grand Moff Tarkin?
It's Grand Moff Tarkin. Later he turns into a Titan and he eats himself by accident.
No, okay. It's almost, the video's almost caught up. Let's see here.
Okay.
Oh,
Erwin.
Snyder?
It's Erwin.
Yeah, Erwin.
Erwin Papa, that's right.
Papa.
Erwin Papa.
Hair. All right, and the best part is to eat it. This is what everyone gets the cookie for, right?
You know, I actually got exposed to dangerous gluten today at lunch. I'm still recovering.
What'd you eat?
I had went to Hudson Hills. Nikki, you love that place, right? Jack, we've been there many times. We went with Gavin, and I always get the beef hash and potatoes with egg. And they brought out it with, and I always ask for gluten-free toast. They brought out gluten-free toast, and I'm eating it, and I'm like, this toast is delicious. I've never had such amazing and fluffy and light gluten-free toast in my entire life. And then I ate 3 of the 4 pieces, and she comes over with a shocked look on her face. And she's like, how allergic are you? I'm like, this isn't real. This is real bread, right? And she's like, yes. She's like, we just switched brands. They look exactly the same. And I was like, I'm not terribly allergic. I just, you know, I just like to be annoying to the waitstaff. And then I got a free flourless chocolate cake for my suffering. And I think that's a pretty good deal. But I have to go to the emergency room.
You make a good point. From now on, I'm going to pretend that I'm gluten-free. I'm going to order a bunch of gluten and be like, I'm gluten-free. This is terrible. And then hopefully I'll get a flourless chocolate cake.
Or just act insulted when they bring bread over to your table.
Yeah, which I normally do. We got some comments. And Ben Wynn. Oh, Erwin Papa's in the chat. He says, yum, yum. Great comment. Thank you, Erwin.
Ban him? Who's the moderator?
Ben Wynn says, do you have displays of your collections? If so, would you consider showing them in a video? I think so.
I actually, But what I wanted to do was do a live stream where I'm just literally I put the camera up in front of my gigantic bookcase and I just go shelf by shelf. But will we ever have time? Who knows?
Never. I don't know. Curry Lord is in the chat. Hi, Curry Lord.
Great.
Let's see. And again, if you guys have any questions, just keep asking us. We'll answer.
I did see a question. Scrolling back here. I wanted to answer it. I forgot who asked it, but they asked, who is the guy in the painting behind me? And to that I say, what painting?
Nice. We do have another comment or question right here. Jesse and Jack, favorite Japanese snack / food / dessert?
But that's 3 separate questions. I'm happy to answer them, but that's not an easy one.
Yeah, that's a list of things I have to think about.
I think snack-wise, I don't think you can do better than Angrini. Am I saying that right?
Onigiri?
Onigiri?
Oh, Eerie Theory?
Eerie Theory.
Onigiri.
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 That is, in terms of portability, sustenance, square footage, shape, taste, that is the perfect food. That is the perfect train food, right? Like if you're on the train, grab some of that. I'm not going to mispronounce it again. I think that's like the best portable food they make, easily. What was the second one? Snack, meal, and then dessert?
No, just a snack, food and dessert, yeah, I guess.
Food, generally, I mean, like...
Chicken.
Actually, you know, it was breaking my diet, but that, was it karache? What is the fried chicken we had, Nikki?
Karaage.
Woo! That was the most amazing chicken I've ever had, easily.
Oh,
although
man.
the horse meat wasn't bad.
It also wasn't good.
Yeah, so I think for dessert, I would say horse meat.
Perfect. Jack.
Nice. I'd say with a meal, I would say yakitori, just chicken on a stick. Anything on a stick is the best. Snack foods. I don't know. I don't eat a lot of snacks anymore.
Good. This is good content.
I eat garbage, but none of it is snacks.
Just say like pastry or something, Jack, please. Jesus.
Oh.
All right,
Hot
perfect.
dogs.
Hot dogs, Japanese hot dogs.
But my favorite dessert is the Japanese pudding.
Flan?
Okay. It's like flan.
Oh,
but
pudding?
yeah. Giga pudding. It's my favorite dessert.
Pudding.
I just gotta say it's curry for me. Curry and curry. I love curry. Oh, this is great. We got some more comments and questions. What's it called? Let's see. Movie Master Marco is back. First, I like to acknowledge that. What is the weirdest action figure you guys have seen? In Japan or ever?
I mean, some of the stuff we saw in that Section 8 of Wonderfest was shocking. It shook me to my core.
Penis Godzilla is up there, yeah.
Yeah, the Penis Godzilla was utterly macabre.
And
was there any Shrek things there?
No, I don't think Shrek has hit Japan in any way.
They're getting ready to launch the first film, I believe. There's a little bit of a delay.
All right.
I think they're pushing Infinity War back for Shrek.
I
can't
Shrek,
wait.
actually, they've replaced Thanos with Shrek.
Right.
In the Japanese version.
And Hulk with Shrek also.
Yeah, it's all Shrek. Everyone's been replaced. And they have to fight the Grinch baby.
All right, so we got another one. Jim Robertson would like to see Jack on the show. I think we teased it out previously that you might see Jack more often, not in just live streams, but he'll definitely be coming on the show, possibly soon, I would like to say.
Can I see what my boss says?
Destasio said, what's your most favorite store you've been to in Japan? And can you guess mine, Nikki?
Your favorite store that you've been to in Japan? I mean, toy store specifically?
It's Beans.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna say it's Beams then.
Beams is my favorite store in Japan. It's sort of like almost like a Macy's. If Macy's met Urban Outfitters with good taste,
Fair
like
enough.
they have limited edition toys there. They have art books. I think their main thing is really clothing and limited edition capsule collections, streetwear, stuff like that. It's just a fantastic store. It's beautifully laid out and designed. You get interesting items from different regions of Japan. It's just fantastic. I love that place.
Um, my favorite store. I mean, I really do like Mandorake. It feels nice to be in there, but I really did like Yamashiroya is like special to me because it's just like
Yeah,
every level. They broke. I mean, there's a lot of. I think it's just a style of just shopping plazas in Japan, but I just like having one floor dedicated for certain things. So I really liked Kittyland and Harajuku, but Yamashiroya, I went back. I think Yamashiroya I spent the most time in together on both trips. Yeah. Yeah. Someone in the comments above said Sun Guts. Like, where's the Sun Guts at? It's funny. My only pieces are Godzilla Sun Guts, but I do have this little Shark Boy as well. And so I think it was Curry Lord who mentioned, like, buying SOFUBI in the aftermarket's not bad because sometimes, like, she found something at Book Off that was cheaper than the retail price. Like, this little Sun Guts baby I got for 500 yen on Yahoo Auctions.
Oh, we have a good question here from Sunny. They said, "Have you guys tried painting board game minis?" And I'm actually going to show you something that's going to blow your mind. I got to go get it. While I'm doing that, I would like everyone to click on the Japan Stores link and go check out 3 or 4 of those retailers.
Yeah, get the tabs open.
We are here by their grace and their generosity. So let me answer this board game question. I think you'll find it fascinating. I do like painting board game minis and Warhammer and stuff like that. And I actually have some of my own that have been created.
Yeah, these were on display at the Clutter Gallery.
That's right. Here's a little Hob guy. I don't know if you guys can actually see me. So that's not bad. Here's a little Hob. These are sculpted by Better Day Toys, our friend Julio and España. And I have not yet figured out what to do with these. I want to release them, but I don't have very many of them. And I'm not sure what the best method is to sort of get some of these out there. But they're really fantastic. There's this sort of medieval knight character. That's the Knight of the Slice. There's Hob. And then there's Cray. Right. And Lauren Emery just tuned in to Instagram. So I'll brief her that we actually got her Bakuriman seal.
All right, show her her Bakuriman seal. We got another comment or question above that kind of plays along with the painting miniatures. I believe it was, I don't remember who, and I apologize. Oh, I found it. Ultra Radical Toy Works. Hi. Nikki, I know you've dyed some SOFUBI, but have you ever played around with airbrushing? I just feel like the airbrushing is such a process, and both Jack and Jesse have said, don't do it. You're better off just painting with the airbrush paint. If I had the space and like time to do it, I'm also very, very, very nerve-wracking when it comes to painting, and I just like feel like if I mess up, I just get like so bummed out. Whereas dyeing, I have a little more control that I found, especially doing gradients, stuff like that, and the end result, like, I'm actually happy with. Painting for my whole life, I've always been like, man, if I just could just go back and just change this thing, and I'm always touching it. I can't leave it alone. So airbrushing maybe is not the best thing for me, but I still need to try it. I use blow pens. You guys use that?
Yeah, I use the Floby. Airbrushing. I've bought airbrushes twice in my life. I had one when I lived in Queens, and I used it a bit, and then I bought one again as we set up the workshop here. It is a frustrating thing. I have never been able to sort of crack the code of using an airbrush to where I get more than a couple seconds of spray without it clogging. I've tried everything. I've watched tons of tutorials. It's such a difficult sort of skill. My preferred painting method is I use Tamiya, or Tamiya, I don't know, you correct me, this sort of small model paint spray cans, and I'll use that as a sort of base coat or an undercolor. And then, as Nicky said, I like to brush on airbrush paints with, standard sort of tools. I find that the combination of both of those give me what I want. I also use a lot of Games Workshop, the dip. What do you call it? The shade, the sort of wash. There you go. So I'll use a combination of those things to kind of achieve the look I need for prototypes or paint masters and things like that. There is definitely a benefit to using an airbrush, and you can cover a lot of ground, and you can get very precise and get nice gradation. But so far, that skill eludes me.
Jack, I know you customize a lot.
I actually really like airbrushing, but the only reason I don't do it a lot is because of like how much space I have, and I hate cleaning it up. It's like every time I gotta switch another color, I gotta wash out this one airbrush and like make sure nothing leaks in, especially if I do like a white to another color. It's very frustrating.
What about the holographic paint that you use for like Brick's eyes and stuff like that? Was that airbrush or no? It was
that was airbrush.
Oh, yeah. See, that came out really awesome.
Yeah, like I like how it's like nice and even and smooth. Like I've watched enough Gundam painting tutorials because I'm like really into that. So like I more or less understand it. I can kind of do it. It's just I hate the cleanup.
Yeah, it's 10 times the work.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question above here. Are there any European artists that particularly stand out to you? Also, any up-and-coming talent we should be watching?
Oh, hey, Mikey. Any particular artist in Europe? I mean, Better Day Toys, right? Julio is amazing. He sculpted Hob. We've sculpted more than just Hob, but I don't know that any of the other figures will ever come to light. He's fantastic. The creations he makes, which are totally just in his mind, are outstanding.
Yeah.
I think he's really like, I think he's just one of the best toy makers, even though he's just starting his career, because there's such inspiration and craftsmanship in what he does.
Yeah.
Is Erwin European?
I'm not sure, but Beast Brothers, they're European.
No, they're from Mexico.
That's close. It's nearby.
I do love the Beast Brothers, and I love Chamacho as well.
Yeah.
Like if we're just talking like general artists, I don't know. Egon Schiele is pretty good. He's still around.
Up and coming.
Yeah, Gustav Klim. I don't know.
I mean, I personally like all of I just feel like there's been a rise in female toy makers, and I just like pretty much all of them. Like especially doing shows here in New York. Like we're getting Refreshment Toy, who's been doing this for quite some time. Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Hinata, it breaks my heart. She did that post where she brought the Sakura Pink Morris to one of the most recent festivals, and she said that it was also really sad. Like it was great to meet all these fans, but it was also really sad because she turned away so many because she didn't make enough. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy that a lot of these artists are getting more attention. So definitely, yeah. Yeah, I think if you haven't watched our video yet, definitely check it out. Any of the SOFUBI artists and friends that we featured in our most recent video, you should definitely follow all of them on Instagram, and I think I featured it in the video as well. Yeah. We have a new subscriber, BVL Blind Bet. Just found this channel, excited to learn a lot from you folks. Thank you. For those of you just watching, I'm Nicky, joined by my co-host Jesse, as well as Jack, and we are talking about Japan because we are currently in our second series. We have 5 videos all about Japan, and we just uploaded number 2. So
and Nicky, how do we afford going to Japan? How does that work out?
So Jack is about to paste something in the comments right now, and basically you guys have to check out the Japan stores, open up a new tab, and we've curated a bunch of shops just for you. If you like toys and if you like Japan, you'll find I bet money you'll find something that you like in one of those stores. They have everything from modern day collectibles to Japan exclusives and hobby making tools, and it's actually quite amazing. And one of our favorite things that we love, Jesse, I would say, is video games. And coming soon, it might be in there now, but Japan and vintage retro video games, man, they got that market like nailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of, before we released any of the videos, I just as a check went to the links and literally like standing front and center, I think it was in Plaza Japan store, was the Bane Mafex and the 2001 astronaut. And I was like, hey, I guess it's a good idea to just, buy these. Helps our bottom line. I might as well.
Yeah.
But I think, our viewers will have that similar experience. They're going to see stuff that they're like, I want that. I need that. I'm going to buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just an easier step for those of you who pre-order stuff on like AmiAmi and other sites alike. You can get stuff like shipped very quickly. A lot of these sites offer EMS shipping. So yeah, a lot of people are asking about 5 points. Do we have anything planned?
Wait, hold on. One of our links may not be working. Let's see.
Jack.
I'm looking.
No, I was kidding. No, it was me. Let's see. I think no, they're working for me.
It works.
Yeah. Liar. So I was gonna say for 5 points, I will most likely be working at the 1000 Toys booth.
Oh, excellent. They got you on the payroll?
Yeah.
Well, you may not be because we may be there in a bigger fashion. We'll know more after this Thursday.
Okay.
Does that mean I might be at 1000 Toys booth?
Yes.
No, might be all hands on deck. Give me till the end of the week. I'll let you know.
Jack actually is the only one that fits in the suit, so.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have Jack in the suit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need help because I can't breathe in that thing.
You need to oil up today.
Yeah, you better start cutting weight, buddy.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna check in on the poll over here. Let's take a look at the Dragon Ball versus Kinnikuman poll.
Where did you post it on Instagram?
Yep. Oof. Oof.
What's the?
It hasn't changed since I last checked, so I'm gonna share the screen. If you guys are just tuning in, we had this poll going right here. Terry Man from Kinnikuman and versus Krillin from Dragon Ball. Look at that. And now the results are in. I don't think they're changing anytime soon, but we have, oof, look at that. Krillin, a whopping 70% versus Terryman, 30%. I'm sorry.
I don't think I voted yet. I think I should go and vote.
All right, Jack's going to vote.
Leave that graphic up, and let's ask our YouTube fans to vote here in the comments, okay? So if you want to vote for Terryman, who is far superior from Kinnikuman,
yeah, he is far superior to Kinnikuman, yes.
Post any blue emoji right now in our comments. And if you think Krillin, who's terrible, and who I think is an alt-writer, I just can't prove it yet. If you think he should win, post a orange emoji in the YouTube comments right now, and we'll see.
All right, this happened last time, and he purposely does this because there's no orange emojis.
Erwin Papa asks, are all your friends Asian? No, I have a half-black friend as well, Bobby Torres.
Nice. All right, yeah, so definitely have it going in the comments below. If you want Terrymon or Krillin, we'll get a YouTube poll going on.
My dog from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I voted on which I think is a better toy, so I picked Terryman.
Nice. All right, let's check the stats now, and the results are still 70-30. Thank you, Jack.
Lauren voted a sheep.
Perfect. That makes sense. We got a little pumpkins. Thank you, Sonny. All right. Last but not least on our little live stream schedule, we were gonna mention or tease some of our future episodes. What do we have next on the schedule, Jesse?
We got Kinnikuman, right? We're doing a proper deep dive into the lore
Come on, man.
of Kinnikuman. No?
Come on, really?
Yeah, we got to do it. Were you not there when we were filming it? I feel like you're feigning surprise and disgust.
No, we're doing a whole Kinnikuman episode. Yeah, Jesse has got a lot of good stuff that, you know, I have a newfound appreciation for Kinnikuman. Jesse made a great analogy, and I'm like, you know what, I can appreciate Kinnikuman. Even though they all look like big dumb idiots. I get it.
They look like handsome guys who are very strong. I'm not seeing a problem here.
Fair enough. And then that would be episode 3. Episode 4 is all about our trip to Wonderfest, one of the greatest conventions in the world. That's where I got this bad boy, my baby Shin.
I just picked up some Wonderfest exclusive from Mandarake also.
What did you get?
I got this this Fate garage kit.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Fate.
Wow.
How about that Fate?
Very interesting.
Gozamas.
Yeah, so look forward because we air new episodes every 2 weeks on Tuesday, and in between episodes we'll be live streaming here on the channel. So definitely check that out, and if you haven't already, Jack, paste the link. Check out our Japan videos by going to TP, or was it Toy Pizza Japan, or it's in the description below. And definitely subscribe and click that bell icon so you'll be notified on whenever we upload or live stream, so you don't miss out. Sonny actually asked a good question. Who is Kinnikuman and what is he from?
Well, I will say you're going to have to tune in next week for the full breakdown. But basically, Kinnikuman is better known as Muscle here in the United States. We had it imported by Mattel in the 80s. But Kinnikuman started in 1979. Is that what we found out, Nikki?
Yes, yes.
It was basically a manga about alien wrestlers, and they sort of mimicked U.S. wrestlers in the character design. So you see, there's a guy who looks like Hulk Hogan. This guy who looks like Andre the Giant. It was really like almost blatant copyright infringement, but it was a lot of fun. And I discovered very late in life that what I knew to be Muscle and Muscle Men from Mattel was actually Kinnikuman, this huge, property that existed in Japan with tons of characters that had names and backstories and factions and things like that. So, our trips to Japan have brought me a greater understanding, enlightenment, and knowledge of all things Kinniku.
Yeah, it was kind of like advertised in the same way Pokemon was, where it's like, oh, look at all these different characters and different
Gotta catch them all, so to speak.
Yeah, and you had to like collect them in a trash can.
Actually, I think that I don't know that they were released in Japan in the trash can. I think the trash can was from a different line, and Mattel kind of put that together.
Oh, like repurposed it?
Yeah, somebody had told me that. I take that with a grain of salt, but that's my understanding.
Sonny, they're not necessarily, they are rubber-like, almost as close to an eraser, but they've got a little more give to it.
Yeah, the Japanese ones are, originally were very much made out of eraser material. The U.S. ones are not. They're a bit firmer. I don't think they would erase anything. And then there's a bunch of different qualities of plastic that have been used for different Kinnikuman. The current ones that you get in the gacha machines in Japan, they're closer to what's used in the U.S., but pretty far away from eraser material.
Yeah. And also, I would like to mention that the Muscle Man or should I say Kinnikuman, was the first line for Keshi?
No. Keshi's been around, I would think since the 50s or 60s. Okay. So there's like Astro Boy Keshi, there's Godzilla. You can go pretty far back in Japanese culture and find these little eraser type figures.
Yeah, because that's the one thing. Because someone said, Sonny said, now I want some, and I wanted to mention that there are a ton of different properties that come in this style of figure, And someone else asked, what are your thoughts on Motussel, which our friends over at Super 7 now own the, is it the rights for Muscle Man?
Yeah. Super 7 have, they have Mattel's sort of trademark and logo for Muscle Man. So they don't actually have the Kinnikuman characters from Japan. I do like the Super 7 Muscle. I bought every line they've made of it. I think they have a very interesting sort of texture and feel to them, like a little bit of bounce and give. But yeah, that's readily available in a very easy way to get into the sort of Keshi world, and it's available, stateside.
Yeah, then they're going down the line. They're hitting Robotech, Alien. There's Street Fighter, and they're great. They're really awesome. I hope they continue with that line.
Yeah. Someone asked, how much do you recommend me paying for the Vladimir Putin SOFUBI figure? We saw it for what was it? It was over $500 US. I don't know that you're going to find it for less than that, right?
Yeah, I would agree. So Scavenger said I only found them on eBay for $275. I mean, if you really love Putin, then maybe you might have to pull the trigger on that.
I would also, I'd be curious which version of him, because I think that the gi version is easier to find than the shirtless.
Yeah, I think so too. Gi you can get for like under 200, I think.
And they've done him in other color gis since the initial, the initial version. So I think that those are a little more plentiful.
Yeah, definitely agree. So again, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, we just posted our most recent episode all about SOFUBI from our second trip to Japan, featuring some of our favorite artists and friends. Definitely check that out in the description below. bit.ly/toypizzajapan. Subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon so you'll be notified on whenever we upload a new episode or live stream like this. And hopefully you'll have more questions for us and we can talk to you next time.
Yeah, because that's almost an hour.
Yeah. Are anybody local in New York? Are they going to the Refreshment Toy show at My Plastic Heart? No.
No.
Okay.
Oh, the three of us will be at Mocha on Saturday, right? We're going to be walking around.
We're gonna. Jack, can you get some info on that and post it in the description for both events?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think, if you guys like supporting artists and things like that, I think Mocha, what is it, Museum of Comic
Creation?
No, I don't know.
I thought this was a chocolate coffee.
Comic and cartoon
commission.
art.
Comic and cartoon art. They have a festival at the Puck Building, which is a really cool building in and of itself, every year. So Saturday and Sunday they have the Mocha Fest. I just like going there because it's very inspirational. There's people selling ash cans. There's people who self-publish their comics, and it's a whole great ecosystem of visual storytellers. And I highly recommend it. And I think a lot of those people really need your support and need you to buy their books because they slave away on these things, oftentimes at their own cost and their own peril.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be going to that. I think Lauren Emery might be there. I don't want to blow up her spot, but she might go. Before we sign off, James Art, who does a ton of our Nice of the Slice fan art, who's very, 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 very talented, asked if the Knights of the Slice were Transformers, what would they transform into?
What was the question?
If the Knights of the Slice were Transformers, what would they transform into?
They would transform into a cease and desist letter.
They're Super Sentai transforming characters that wield lightsabers.
Sure.
Perfect.
Why not?
DJ Ranjit, I believe we are planning on going to 5 points, so
we're still finalizing our 5-point plan, but at the very least we'll be attending the show, maybe more. We're working on it.
And Lennon Suarez asked, when and where are you going to Japan again? Listen, we would be more than happy to go again, so we need you to go check out those Japanese stores that we curated just for you. And hopefully you find something that you like and purchase it, because they're amazing people and they support Toy Pizza, and we would love to.
Cheap.
Hmm?
And it don't melt steel beams.
It's true, yeah, and we would be more than happy to cover some more Japan videos for you guys. Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about does it. So there's only one thing left to say, right?
Dragon Ball Z.
Kinnikuman.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and the only thing left to say is
Pizza out.
Out.